Kickit is a website containing the world's largest online archive of line dance step sheets. That archive is available to all registered visitors. To view step sheets at Kickit, a visitor must first be registered with Kickit, which can be done for free. This video will demonstrate how to become a registered visitor to Kickit, how to log in, and how to log out. The address of the Kickit website is www.kickit.to. If you are using a bookmark to get to Kickit, make sure that the address in the bookmark is correct. Once you get to Kickit, you should see a screen like this. The important things to notice are the Kickit logo in the top left corner, and the row of menu items across the top of the page. Before registering, you will see 3 menu items. If your screen is small, the 3 menu items may have been replaced by a symbol that looks like 3 lines. This is called a hamburger, and indicates there is a hidden menu. Select the hamburger to see the hidden menu items. The first menu item is called Search. The second menu item is called Register or Login. The third menu item is called Miscellaneous. There is also a login form in the main body of the page, but for this video we are assuming you are not yet registered, so you do not have the login credentials needed to use the login form. To become registered, select Register or Login in the menu, and then select Register. It's free. You will see a registration form that asks for information about you. Type your first name. Type your last name. Your country will already be chosen for you, but you may change it if you wish. Type your email address in the next 2 boxes. You must type the same email address both times. Be sure they are both correct, because this is the address Kickit will use to send important information. One error we see often is forgetting to include the extension of your email address, like .com or .net. If you forget the extension, you will not be able to receive email from Kickit. In the final 2 boxes, type the password you eventually want to use when logging into Kickit. Type the same password in both boxes. You can choose to have the password visible or hidden as you type it. When all of the form is filled in correctly, the Register button of the form will be activated. Select the Register button. Now wait. Soon afterwards you will receive an email from Kickit containing a long number. This is the number that unlocks your registration to Kickit. It was sent to the email address you provided in the registration form. Once you have the number, go to Kickit and select Register or Login in the menu, then select Enter Registration Code. You will see a form where you can type the number. Be sure to include all 16 digits of the number, as well as the dashes that separate the sections. If you know how to use copy and paste, you may copy the number from the email and paste it into the form. After the number is in the form, the Submit button becomes activated. Select the Submit button. You are now registered at Kickit and will be able to log in using the email address and password you provided in the registration form. Logging in. To log in, select Register or Login in the menu, and then select Login. You will see the login form. Type the email address you provided during registration into the first box. Type the password you provided during registration into the second box. Once again, you can choose to have the password visible or hidden as you type it. When all of the form is filled in, the login button of the form will be activated. Select the login button and you will be logged into Kickit. The first thing to notice is that the top line menu is now different. After the Kickit logo there are now 4 menu items. The first menu item is called Search. The second menu item is called Submit. The third menu item is called A Night Out. The fourth menu item is called Miscellaneous. For this video we will look briefly at the Miscellaneous menu item, because that is where you go to log out. Logging out. Before leaving Kickit, you may optionally log out of Kickit. This is not necessary if you are on a personal computer where nobody else has access. But if you are using a public computer, is it suggested that you log out each time you finish visiting Kickit. To log out, select Miscellaneous in the menu, and then select Log Out. You will see a little pop-up box that asks if you are sure you want to log out. Choose OK to log out. Now that you have logged in once, the login form will be different than it was before. You will see a blue button containing your name has replaced the login form we saw earlier. This is known as the Flash login form. You can click on your name to log in again. Having your name show up like this makes it very easy to log into Kickit. If your name is not shown, select none of the above to go back to the regular login form. However, if you are using a public computer, such as in a community center or library, you may want to remove your name from the Flash login form. Otherwise, other people could come to the computer and log in, pretending to be you. To remove your name from the Flash login form, you need to be logged in. Select Miscellaneous in the menu, and then select your profile. You will see a page of information about your registration at Kickit and the computer you are using. The third section of that page is called Others Who Share This Device. In that section you will see your name, followed by a tiny link called Delete. Select the delete link and your name will be removed from the Flash login form. Note that your name will return to the Flash login form each time you log in. If you are using a public computer and don't want your name to appear on the Flash login form, be sure to select Delete before each time you log out. If you are using a private computer, such as a home computer that permanently sits on a desk in your home, you may find it most convenient to leave your name on the Flash login form. In some cases, more than one person uses a household computer to visit Kickit. For example, a husband and wife might each have different favorite dances. Since Kickit helps each registrant track their personal favorites, the couple might each want their own Kickit login. Each person in the household may register separately using their own email address and password. The Flash login form will then show the names of each person using that shared computer to log into Kickit. This video showed how to register for Kickit, log into Kickit using an email and password, log into Kickit using the Flash login form, remove your name from the Flash login form, and log out of Kickit.